Joe Pollock is here for hashtag Watch This. And Joe, good morning to you.
Good morning. Not so funny today. More about something that's very interesting. We're now a week into daylight saving time, and hopefully you've caught up on that hour of sleep maybe you lost last weekend. I've always said, though, the inventor of daylight saving must have never had kids, because if they did, they certainly would not have started it. Daylight saving time was originally instituted to give people an extra hour of sunlight in spring and summer evenings, and it was thought to save energy. However, research nowadays has found that it does not save energy at all, and many think it's just not worth the hassle. So much that an assemblyman in Nevada has proposed a bill to eliminate daylight savings time in his state. He says the time change isn't necessary. He also says that changing sleeping patterns is unhealthy for kids and adults.
I got to agree with him on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He apparently has been inundated with emails from his constituents asking for this change. Not only that, but a Senate bill in Oregon and Washington State have proposed the same thing. One lawmaker said that dropping daylight savings time would reduce heart attacks, car wrecks, and work accidents because those are found to increase with the sleep schedule disruptions. Now, as you may know, Hawaii and Arizona are currently the only two states that have exercised their right to stay on standard time all year long. But what do you think? Should we keep the time change or should we eliminate it?
You know what, Joe? Growing up, I always learned through history classes that it was because for energy, to preserve energy, to help things
and
out.
for
That's
farming and stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
Getting that extra hour of sunlight kind of helps, you know, because this is when the temperatures are warm. This is growing season for a lot of people. Getting into spring and summer, a lot of crops really prosper during this time because in the winter it's too cold and everything freezes.
Well, but they talked to farmers when they did the research study, and the farmers said, listen, nowadays with technology, it doesn't matter if it's daylight or nighttime.
That is
They can do all that stuff. See, back in the old days where you were literally taking a horse and a plow, you had to do it in the sunlight.
Wow.
I understand that. The sleep thing makes sense to me, but then again, you're losing that 1 hour sleep for one night. You know what I mean? It's not like you're changing back and forth every day.
Unless you have kids. Then it messes you up for a couple of days. It really does.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't have kids, but I mean, the couple of days, I feel like it's only a couple of days out of the year. This is if we really wanted to look at another angle and kind of see why we should keep it or why it's not such a terrible thing.
No, Lauren. Get rid of it.
All right, Joe. Thanks so much for that. And folks, let us know what you think using the hashtag Watch This.
Yes, on Twitter. We'd love to know if you think we should keep daylight savings time or get rid of it.
Yeah, all right. Stay with us. There's more Good Day after this. And we love this session, of course. Hashtag Watch this with Joe Pollock, and Joe is standing by. Hey, Joe.
Now, I lived in New England for over 12 years, guys, and there's just something about New England bed and breakfast places that you've just got to love.
Okay.
Some of the wallpaper they have might look horrible in my house, but when it's in a New England bed and breakfast, it looks kind of quaint. Those old-fashioned B&Bs, though, they can be hard to get your hands on. They're expensive to buy, and since most of them are in very old buildings, it can be hard to do the upkeep. However, if you've always dreamed of owning a bed and breakfast, you now have a chance. That's because there is a bed and breakfast in the western mountains of Maine selling for just $125.
A bed and breakfast?
A bed and breakfast for $125 and 200 words.
Okay.
The owner, the innkeeper, her name is Janice Sage. She's 68. She's ready to give up her B&B.
Wow.
Now, more than 20 years ago, she actually won the year-round inn in an essay contest.
Wow.
So now she wants to sell it by doing the same thing.
How cool is that?
Here's all you have to do.
All right.
In 200 words or less, write a letter on why you want to own and run the bed and breakfast. And then send in your entry with a $125 entry fee by May 7th, and it could be yours.
Okay, so bed and breakfast, the entire business will be yours for $125?
That's right. See, she's hoping to have about 7,500 responses, which would raise about $900,000, which is the listing price for the 210-year-old inn.
Okay.
So if she gets that many responses, you win the inn. You could also win $20,000.
I mean, you know, at this point, why not? I know I'm in South Carolina. Why not? Maybe that could be an incentive to have a vacation home over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you win, you have to be willing to run the inn for at least a year as is. Okay? My brother-in-law, he's actually offered to put up the entry fee so that I can write the entry. He pays the fee.
Do it, yes.
Hey, I might be moving back to Maine, I guess.
Well, I think you should do it.
If you want to learn more about how to enter, you can go to WACH.com and
cool.
own an in for $125.
Joe, I'm still
it.
kind of like, $125 for an entire business? That's good stuff,
And
Joe.
by the
Yeah,
way,
but
you
there's
can
a
do
lot of other
multiple
people.
entries. Just going to cost you $125 for every entry.
But that's kind of smart. That's a
adds up.
business savvy move on her part to try to get the money back.
It's been
Absolutely.
all over the media, too, so she's probably going to end up with more than 7,000
probably.
entries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll probably get upwards of $1 million easily.
Good
Yeah.
point. Joe, thank you so much, man.
No problem.
All right, stay with us, folks. There's more Good Day coming up after this, including the video you have to see the Gamecocks. Where are they headed next? You guys see this video. Stay with us.